Hey everyone, this is Apple at iOSGenius on the YouTube channel. Today we're just going to go through something not related to my iOS or OS 10, but basically how to do it in Windows as well as OS 10 into resize and photo image. A few of my friends as well as forum sites are stating or wondering how to add photos to your navigation system. In some cars you have the ability to change the default wallpaper. Could be Ford, Toyota, Subaru, so forth, etc., or Lincoln, and you can change the wallpaper and put whatever other wallpaper you want. So I have another part 2 video on this that I've already created, so please follow and read that as it will be done in the car itself. So right here I'm on a Mac. If people are either on a Mac or on a Windows, I can show you how to do the first part, and then the second part is fairly easy. So here we go. And again, the second part will be depending on what kind of car model you have, there might be a different option or setting to select the option. So here we go. So on a Mac, I found out this application, and I'm just going to go to show you which Mac version I have, which is El Capitan. If you don't have El Capitan, which is OS 10, what is it, 10.11.1. If you don't have that, you have Mavericks or Yosemite. If you have Mavericks, you should still be able to do this. If you have something prior to it, like Snow and Leopard and Snow Leopard, you may have to find another avenue in getting the app. So I went to the Mac App Store. In the Mac App Store, basically I just searched for photo resize, and then I came across, oops, if I can spell, photo resize. Then I downloaded this app called Resize Lite. It's a free app, so I've gone ahead and opened that up or installed it at that point. So let me go ahead and open it up. Here's the app. So basically you're just going to drag the files here, whatever files either off the internet. So let me go here, select here. I don't know, let's see. I do rideshare, so let's just look for Uber. I've already done Lyft, so let's just do Uber and see. No, you know what? Let's not do Uber. Let's do well. Let's just do an HD wallpaper. All right. I don't know. HD wallpaper color, I guess. All right. Not that I'm going to put this one in my car, but the resolution here is listed as 1920 by 1080, which is right here is listed on the right side. That's the highest and great resolution. You want to go with the highest resolution you can, and then as it shrinks it down, hopefully that resolution will stay intact or stay at a better resolution than ones that you have very, very low resolutions. So always look for HD if possible. So, or large, you can say, instead of HD, you can say large as well. So we'll say for an example, we want this picture. And then when you have this picture, you want to go ahead and save it. Come on. Oh, it might be restricted on this site for me to download. Start download. Download. These are all advertising, so let's click this. Let's see what this is. There you go. Save image to downloads. We're going to save it to image download. Then you want to go to your downloads or wherever that photo picture is. Drag it over. It's imported it, and you can see here it's still 1920 by 1080. It's JPEG. It is the DPI resolution is pretty high up there. So what you want to do is you want to go to, which I selected here is JPEG no ratio. The resolution you want is 800 by 384, which fits in my car, which is a Ford Fusion 2010 model. Find out in your either your manual or either on the on screen and how to add pictures, and then it'll tell you what is the resolution. And then so I selected this. I'm going to go ahead and hit convert. It's already done. So you would want to go to your folder, that directory that it puts it here. So it puts it in my pictures, resize light. Here's pictures, here's resize light. These are other pictures that I'm also adding. Here's the image, and it actually looks pretty good with the original as well. Doesn't look like it's too degraded or so forth, so it has that color in there. So we're going to go ahead and minimize this. So basically, once you have it, put it in a folder that you want to copy to. You want to grab a CD. It can be any CD as long as it's I've seen it work on a CDR and also on a DVD-R. If the DVD or the CD is a W version, which is a rewritable, it's not going to work. So, and that's what I've run into. You may find a way to make it work. So basically, when you insert the CD, you want to save these pictures as a photo disk or a data disk. Either one will work effectively in your car. If you save it as like if it has like music files in here and so forth, it should be fine too because it's combining music and pictures, which is considered a data disk. But if you had a lot more music, it may convert it into a music disk and it's not going to work at all. So here in the Apple version, you can select whatever other appropriate software you have. I just use Finder. Select OK. There's the disk. You want to go ahead and open it up. So what you can do, actually, there's two ways about it. So basically, if you do it this way by opening the disk up, like if it was a normal folder, you can select all. Do not drag and drop over. As you can see, there's a little arrow above the 14 right there, and that basically means it's just making it into a shortcut. So what you want to do is really you want to copy, Command A, Command C to copy them all, and then go into the specific folder and do Command V to paste the actual full version. Not up. See, there you go. See how it makes it into an alias? We don't want that. So we gotta delete that again. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So let's try this again. If it doesn't work, there is another option to do. See, it still comes up as alias. So we're going to erase that. We're going to go to the original folder, which is here, the resized versions. We're going to go ahead and select all. You want to go to File. You want to select Burn 14 items to disk. And then it's going to give you a title. You can put Ford Fusion or whatever model number it is on your car. And then actually I have a Sport and mine is a 2010. So once you do that, just go ahead burn. Now it's going to be burning the disk. As you can see, the state is writing the track 1. Track 1 is pretty much just that first image it's writing. So let's see, its state is finishing, so that was pretty quick. These files are very small. I don't know if you remember what floppy drives look like, or floppy disk, that's pretty how small the data is. So we gotta let this finish. Once this is finished, I'll go ahead to the next video clip, which would be when you're at your car, how to do it. And then people also state the default screen, when you turn on your screen, normally it's a Lincoln logo, Ford logo, Toyota logo. You can change that default to be whatever other picture you want, and that other picture will be your default. So every time you turn on your car, that's what it's going to always look like or have. Alright, so that looks good. It sounds great. It renamed the disk here, as you can see. You can go ahead and close this window and quit this program. So just like how I did it here on a Mac version, you can do it on a Windows version. And on a Windows version, it's right here, I have Windows 7 running virtual. I downloaded an app that I found, which is called Image Resizer for Windows. This is completely free, again, so it is a pretty good program. So it just basically resizes photos by doing a right click on it or any other way. And you can also do the resolution. So I've downloaded it, did not open it up yet, so let's go ahead and open that up. Oops. See my downloads. Image resizer setup. run. Yes, you agree to the terms. Should not really take long. It's a small file. No, it's doing the .NET framework. You may have to download framework. This is a new Windows 7 that I have from scratch. It doesn't really have any software at all. Yeah, see, I have to download the new framework. This is 43. Should not also take long because I'm running 105 megabits per second. So let this run through. So for your Windows users, you can figure out how to do this process. It will be the same resolution as I did on my Mac version, which is 800 by 384. You can go to a little higher, like 400, for the what is it? The width, width, height, width. No, height, width. Yes, it'd be the no, it would be the height is 384. You can raise it to 400. That's the pretty much highest in some vehicles that will take. But also the other thing is, on some vehicles you have a button where it fills up the screen, so you can actually have the system in your car update it to whatever, to stretch out that specific image. As well, in my second video, we'll have that information. Some cars may have that option, some may not, so it would vary. So basically, I found out these two apps just by Googling around and see what image resizer is available out there, and it worked right off the top the very first time. So if you're like a driver or you just want to have it for fun, you can put whatever wallpaper it is in the back that your car is capable of doing. Normally, if your car has navigation, it normally has that option. But again, check through your manual, check through Googling or so forth. So like what I did for myself is I went here, I did, I know I have the option, so I went Ford Fusion 2010. I just put upload photo. You can also do like change wallpaper or something. Oops, not images. Whatever. So you see someone here already made a video back in 2011 for images on Ford, Sync, and Lincoln. But that software is really outdated, so it's completely different now. Here you can do transferring personal photos as well. So basically you just gotta look it up and see how you can do that. This is Ford Fusion. Let's try Subaru, if I can spell. And I think I'm spelling that wrong. Nope. So here the Subaru Impreza, how to upload photos. Looks like you'll be able to do that. It's a forum site. He's telling me there's a security problem. So basically, you just got to look into this and try to find how to do this on your car. As you can see, this takes a while. But basically, it's the same essential. I'm just gonna, since we already went through this whole video already, we're gonna let this finish. We're gonna see how this process works in Windows 7. Now, if you have a Windows 8 machine, I'm not sure what app is best. I would say look for this image resizer, see if it's available for Windows 8 or Windows 10, and then go from there. But essentially, if this works for Windows 7, it should work with no problem with Windows 10, but Windows 8 is more like a Microsoft Store, so you have to download it from their site or so. You can download it separately, but that tends not to work sometimes. That's why I got rid of my Windows 8. Wow, this is taking a while. Alright, so we're going to just let this go, and we're going to come back in a moment, and then we're going to see how the resizing works. Okay, so we're back, and then as you can see, the installation is complete. You hit finish. The setup is successful. Close this window. Let's go ahead and look for this app. Resize here, image resizer for Windows. It's a license, and the documentation does not really look like the software was installed. Oh wait, you know what? It is installed. It's actually installed as the menu index. So let's just do HD wallpaper. Let's just go ahead and select on this turtle. Now let's go ahead and right click. Oops, sorry, I got my right clicks and left clicks wrong here. Shoot. Save picture as. We'll just save it. That's fine. Leave it. Save it in pictures. Want to minimize that or close it. Either way. Go to your pictures. There's a turtle. So what you want to do here is you're going to just do a right click, and then you're going to see the normal menu index, and you want to go ahead and select on resize picture as it shows right here. Select this. Then if you give it a moment, it should appear the application. Now again, I have not used this application yet. This is the very first time using it, so we're going to see how this actually works. Okay, so it opens up the resize for Windows. You can do these specific sizes or pixels, but I already know the resolution, so you want to go ahead and do 800 by 384, and depending on what car you have, what image size you need to use. Only shrink, replace the original, ignore picture rotations. Yeah, we don't want to rotate or anything. There is advance. That's only a future version. So you want to go ahead and select on resize. And there you go. So you can see this one compared to this one, it looks a little bit more wider. So we can, I think we can check this out. Let's see. Go to properties, right click, properties, details. No, actually this is 1600 by 900. So this is the original resolution size. So we want to cancel that. You want to probably use this one, which is a right click, properties, select details, and there's the resolution 683 to 384. So it actually looks like it shrunk it even more. It doesn't really keep the resolution that you want it for. So you could, what you can do, if it's 384 still 683, you can probably put like 900 or something. So let's try. Let's just finagle it here. So you can get too near to the resolution of the 800 by 384, or again, your car may have a different resolution. So we're just gonna go ahead and let's just say, what was it, like 600? So that's 160. It's been dropped. So let's do 900, and we'll do 960. And then see if it shrinks it down to a different size. So let's go back to pictures. Probably be this one here. You want to select on properties, details. That's still come down to 683, 384. Well, I would say play around with it. If this doesn't work, find another application that may be able to resize it, and possibly. But you can also transfer this image to a CD and save it as a burned data disk. Just use the Windows version. Yeah, there are many different out there. There's ISO, Magic ISO, there's Image Burn, but you know, just use the standard Windows and you'll be fine. We didn't want to do that. We wanted to select properties. Just make sure if it didn't swap. No, it's 683, 384. So I would advise just find another program that will probably get closest to the resolution that you can for your car, so you can have a full resolution on that. So basically, this is just basically a video covering over how to resize photos in your Mac or your Windows environment. And in the next video we'll have is how to upload it or install it onto your car vehicle. Alright, thanks for watching. This is the iOSGenius on the YouTube channel with Apple. And if there's any other questions, comments, concerns, feel free to put them down below, as well as feel free to subscribe so you can get any other future updates related to your car, as well as anything related to OS X, iOS, and the Windows environment. Thank you. Have a great day.